Son is messed up. Everything is registering to him. He want to talk to somebody. And Kim lied to me, said that she was going to be there. She was in this and that, this and that. Okay, I understand. But Kim, you had me prolonging like you was going to be there. You called me yesterday. I'm going to be there. My son is gone with his mom. You know what? Black people, it's sad. Black, white, it's all sad. I just want my story to be heard. And with you being a lawyer, if anything happened to my son, I don't need you calling my phone. You would not take his case. When I'm reaching out there, I don't even know how promo. I don't know. I remember what you were saying. I don't know. Whatever it is, a lawyer needs to get in there.
Yeah, the pro bono. The pro bono is when they take your case and do it for you without worrying about you paying up front, and then y'all worry about it afterwards. You pay it once you win. Yes, ma'am.
Why so many lawyers don't want to deal with TDC? But when something happens, then they want to get involved. Why? I go to my grave. I'll go right beside both of my parents right today. I'm not letting them make it. My son is very stiff, but everything is registering and it's hurting him. When he hurt, I hurt.
Yeah.
And I was just crying for my mom and dad.
And you said that you, like the things that they're doing to him are beating him down, and you're starting to see it in him now?
He's breaking down because nothing's not getting done. Nothing. When the Mexican guy, you remember I was telling you about the Mexican guy?
Yes, ma'am.
He got papers that the Mexican guy said that he's starting to go with what they told him to do to finish my
You okay?
My son off. But Kim lied and said she was going to come up in there and this and that, and her worker, this and that, was going to come up in there and get the paper. My son is fed up. If they come towards him again, he's going to go all the way out. And I'm going to be on the news. I'm going to go off of everybody that I talked to, that I tried to reach out to.
How many times have they attacked him so far that you know, ma'am?
4 times. 4. He's not accepting no more sellers in there. If you don't know him, he's not accepting them. It's whatever. When I say my son made it, it's a lot of them can't tell their stories. It's a lot. It's a lot cannot tell their story.
Yeah, you're right. And it's a lot that get buried under the rug too, you know. We know that.
My son don't have long to go. Why can't they just release him? Put him on house arrest. My son can be up under protected custody. Protected custody, that means they will be held responsible if anything happened to him. Anything. They do not want to put my son in the cell by himself. They playing games. I'm going to see my son Saturday. I know I'm going to be crying all the whole 2-hour visit.
Oh, baby.
But I serve an awesome God. I want all of them to pay. Mr. Coyer, he needs to be taken down from the TDC. And somebody else needs to step up. That's for fair. Make it. I give my life. I put my life on line for my son. To do something y'all need. They playing with his mail. Trying to get to him with his mail.
I'm recording now.
It's getting to him. The mail room, the charges need to be pressed because that's federal mail. They playing with government mail. Need to be done about it. I have a private investigator. He won't be in until a lawyer get involved because he don't have access to go see him. He been there. I was telling you his name, Tom Jinsky. Mm-hmm. He was there from day one. He talked to Cameron Lambert. Cameron Lambert too much and said that he can't really take the case because he was finna get ready to open up Sandra Bland. Had me going to UTMB, talking about take a phone so you can record everything and this and that. And I got caught with the damn phone. Yeah, Cameron Lambert told me that. And Tom said, don't ever do that again. When I contact Mr. Collier office, Brittany Skank is his secretary. He never wants to talk to me. He's always sending his secretary. But I put the word in it. Anything happened to he can't lie and say he don't know what's going on. That's why I contact their office with everything. My son made a statement 2 weeks ago when we went to go visit him. To my daughter. Every time I contact Mr. Collier office email, which used to be Darrington Unit in Rocheron, named as Memorial Unit. He came up out that coma. He told them, it's the ones in the gray. He never had problems with the inmates. Now that he won't tell them what they want to hear, and that he's not going to hurt himself, he's not suicidal, they get mad. Then they sent him to UTMB about his hand when he fractured his hand. But the mama here in UTMB, one of the guards tell him, man, you need to suit up because they finna run a team on you. Thinking he's a psych patient. Knowing he's not a psych patient, that's their alibi. Go in there and try to beat my son. So what did my son do? He geared up. Running to fail. Soon as they was coming in there trying to run the team on him, he started pulling their mask off, giving the dose of their own medicine. The CBs and everything fell in the water. They was trying to get up out the cell. When I got the call, I called him because I knew he was going to UTMB. The whole time they lying to me, telling me he's at the unit, behind him. He's still at UTMB because they put bruises on him when they jumped him. Because they know that I go visit my son. Then they lied. Then they scratched his commissary, his whole ID, for about 5 or 6 months. He didn't have an ID until I pressed the issue. His ID was working when he was at Darrington, which is known as Memorial Unit. But the moment the stuff happened at UTMB, it wasn't working. So basically, it's all a scam and it's retaliation. They all in it together. That's why I deal with Mr. Collier office, because he's the head honcho of everything. When this needs to be exposed to the world, he knows what's going on. He can't lie and say he don't. Because it goes straight to his office now. And it's still getting retaliation ever since. I'm fed up. I'm a mama that I will fight until my heart stops. My parents came flashing in my face. Both of my parents are deceased. I lost my dad in February the 1st, 2017. I lost my mom August the 18th of last year. It's been a hard road with me.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm not going to let them make it what they did. They did it to a lot of more people. And they wrong themselves because they can't tell their story. God brought my son back for a reason, to expose what's going on in these Texas prisons. In retaliation, I went to the news and called the station Channel 3, KBX3, and put it out there that they need body cams for every officer that worked for TDCJ. If the police can have them, they need them as well. Because when they get body cam, this probably can prevent a lot of things that's going on. And if the camera, anything goes off, they need to be prosecuted because they are expunging stuff out of the videos. Something needs to be done about it. Mr. Brian Coyer, the executive over the Texas prison of TDCJ, going on in these prisons. He's hiding his hands and sending them to other people to do them. He's over everybody. He do not need to be in no TDC prison running things. That's why things like it is. Mr. Greg Abbott also. We wrote a letter to him when that stuff happened to my son. I get a letter back. He don't have anything to do with it, Chris Love. This the games that they play. It happened at Telford Unit. Family members calling me, telling what happened. I know what happened. And they better make damn good sure that nothing will happen to my son. From the time he made it, it's been Netflix. It's been hits. I've been getting them transferred from different units, from this and that, because it's life. Other guards from other units asking his stepdad what unit he's on. They're trying to put a hit out on my son. With me being involved every step, they can't do it. If I wasn't involved like I was, I would be burying my son right today. I'm on every little nick of everything that's going on with him. I'm involved with him. My son is not suicidal. They're playing with his mail. They're playing with his pictures. They false signature saying that my daughter picked up some property when she was nowhere near on the unit, and that was not her handwriting. She was at work that day. But then the property that they said my daughter signed, they ended up finding it. But they knew they lied, and they gave it to my son. They're trying to tear him down every which way. They're trying to keep him from the phone calls calling us. He has money in his books. I keep record of his money. I'm just asking. Everybody needs to sign a petition to get things right in prison. There's so much going on. That's why our loved ones not coming home. Or some of them getting buried. And another thing, they put a hit out. I had a Mexican guy, put him in the cell and he was on ice. How you gonna get ice and the unit locked down? Like I was telling Mr. Coyer's secretary, it's his workers. Bring bringing cell phones in, bringing drugs in. My son never had a problem with an inmate. They tried everything that they can to finish my son. But Mr. Brian Collier will be held responsible. And I told them it's going to be worse than the George Floyd, the Sandra Bland. From everybody that was involved, it's not going to be nice. That's a promise.